Hi, I am the voice of Bisbo Kannada and you can watch this same video in your languages on our other Bisbo channel.
Three Idiots US version. Elon Musk, Sam Bankman-Fried and Donald Trump. Idiot 1 blew $44 billion believing he could remove toxicity from free speech. Idiot 2 blew up a fortune of $16 billion within days when his crypto exchange went bust. And Idiot 3, whose old tune of making himself great again is fast losing relevance. Each of them believed they could solve the world's problems, solutions to which have evaded the best of us. All because they've made billions of dollars and think themselves to be invincible. But they've just found out they're human and cannot digest it. Musk has been firing employees who criticize him. SBF evaded American law by registering his exchange FTX in the Bahamas, but was still convicted for fraud. While Trump's own daughter has excused herself from being part of his unwinnable 2024 bid.
We are building a family and I need to make time for my young children.
Among them all, Musk could take the position of the biggest idiot. Since the time Musk first offered to buy Twitter, Tesla's market capitalization dropped from $1,187 billion to $474 billion. Investors did not like him moving his focus away from his main businesses, of which he has many, and dumped the stock, as did 50 of his top 100 advertisers who bolted the door with their stash of dollars despite higher engagement, fearing their brands getting tainted with the expected flow of hate speech. So while Musk actually paid $44 billion in hard cash to buy Twitter, he paid a price of 17 times that amount, $765 billion in eroded market capitalization when his share price dropped by more than half. His irrational belief in his own extraordinary powers have trapped him in his own doings. Only he is to blame for his problems. Musk destroyed Twitter like George Bush destroyed Iraq in the invasion of 2003. Musk sacked the CEO, CFO, Chief Legal Counsel and other senior staffers at Twitter. George Bush sacked the whole Iraqi bureaucracy, the only ones capable of running the country. Musk slept overnight in the office trying to run the company himself, just like Americans cluelessly tried to run a culturally different Middle Eastern nation. Musk spent billions buying Twitter and more money in severance bonuses, including $42 million to the former CEO Parag Agrawal. Bush spent $88 billion in 2003 rebuilding Iraq, worth $143 billion today. Both by their own actions destroyed their carefully crafted aura of invincibility. Now, his skeleton staff has been asked, nay, ordered, to work ultra-long hours, all because he made a Bravo-laden overpriced $44 billion mess. Had his reasons for buying Twitter been to make it profitable, he could have turned around the loss-making company that Facebook had once offered to buy for $500 million in 2008. In 2021, Twitter made about $5 billion in annual revenue through ads, but lost money because of a large US-based coding and engineering team. Why Twitter needed over 1,000 engineers to service 300 million active users is a good question. Because until Facebook bought WhatsApp in 2014, a team of 55 engineers serviced 450 million active users. All Musk had to do to become profitable was outsource the tech to India and cut costs. Instead, the acclaimed genius, I hereby create a verified blue tick for $8. Many Twitterati took the opportunity to become a verified whatever they wanted to be. In a desperate attempt to safeguard his $44 billion investment, he let Trump back onto the platform, restoring all his old tweets. But who says Trump wants to come back? He is happy interacting with his faithful 4.6 million followers on Truth Social, his own app, rather than the almost 90 million that quickly began following him on Twitter. By not coming back on Twitter, Trump did this to Musk. You're fired! Now in yet another twist in the tale, Trump is being fired by his own Republican Party.
You're fired, Trump!
After most of his election deniers in swing states lost in the midterms, despite Biden having a dismal 40% approval rating. Even his flag bearer Fox News turned against him, switching his loyalties to DeSantis for the future of the Republican Party. Against Trump's narcissism, on the other side of the spectrum is SBF and his movement for effective altruism. A movement that aims to bring the maximum amount of good to as many people as possible, but which seemed to have lost its way worrying about generations to come instead of addressing today's problems of poverty and disease. SBF, like many others, looked to get rich from the idea of decentralized currencies. While a powerful idea, It is incredibly hard to do in practice, something even central governments are unable to get a grip of. Because while the Federal Reserve is backed by a country's currency, gold reserves, and GDP, crypto exchanges issue their own securities backed by absolutely nothing, as every other crypto investor has now learned. In the only economy to reclaim its stock market glory, India's indices are back to all-time highs.
What are you so happy about?
Because real companies, products, and supply chains lie behind the traded prices, not easy money and ones and zeros that lie behind cryptos. Satoshi Nakamoto, the pseudonym given to the creators of Bitcoin, pointed out the main problem of paper money. The root problem with conventional currency is to do with trust. What he meant was that central banks can at any time print their currency, effectively creating money out of thin air, which many did during the Asian crisis of 2008, as a counter to which in 2009 Bitcoin was born. It limited itself to a max 21 million units, the last one being mined in 2140, then no more, as opposed to the unlimited possibility of paper money. But the flaw behind cryptos is that while the number of bitcoins are limited, there is no limit on the number of cryptos itself, with 9,000 plus in existence. SBF took advantage of this, not even bothering to refute crypto's Ponzi scheme reputation. It's completely reasonable to assume many crypto assets are worth zero. Rules were lax, so he siphoned off $30 million even as his firm Alameda Research made losses. And with FTX's auditor's address listed in the metaverse, it's not surprising nobody bothered. So nonchalant was he that he once played a video game during a Zoom interview to raise funds from Sequoia Capital. Emboldened, SBF played around with his exchange as if it was a hedge fund, transferring 10 billion of his customers' money to the Bahama-based 90% SBF-owned Alameda Research and lost it all by over-leveraging. Cryptos recovered from Luna going bust in 2020, but FTX's downfall has sent Bitcoin and Ethereum crashing down by 70% and NFTs too. Facebook, now Meta, is also down 70% from its high, but at least it offers a service and therefore has a better chance of staging a comeback. Strangely enough, all three idiots are connected in some way in this world separated just by degrees. Trump without Twitter is like a silent movie. Musk heralded crypto in its early days, accepted Bitcoin as payment, and single-handedly made Dogecoin into a $50 billion company. SBF brought it all crashing down when his crypto exchange went bust. But this is what the cycle of innovation is all about. Ideate, validate, recalibrate. Maybe the world of ideas had moved close to an edge and will now adjust itself as it often does when changes happen too fast. The world will then imbibe some, discard some, or absorb elements from them as it progresses. However, it is entirely possible that this is a temporary correction before a recharge. Musk could somehow turn Twitter around and take Tesla to greater heights. Digital currencies can make a comeback, and Trump may, against all odds, retake the White House. Bisbo's limerick. There lived three wise men in a land of the prim, who squandered a fortune and a legacy on a whim. Might was not right, what a pitiful sight, blundering ahead in the currents they swim. You will also find these sources listed in our video description section.